Hi, my name is Jenny Marshall. I'm the chair of Forsyth County Democratic Party, and I want to first thank you first and foremost for all the volunteering time that you've given over the past few months. You have worked tirelessly to ensure this election we win not only the White House, but our governorship and all the way down the ballot. You know we still have work to do to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to cast a ballot on November 5th. Getting to the doors and making that personal connection will get us to the victory line solidly in hand. North Carolina will face a very clear choice tomorrow between two different versions of the future of our country. Vice President Harris will enter the Oval Office with a to-do list for working families, lowering costs, building an opportunity economy that cuts taxes for 100 million middle-class Americans, builds 3 million new homes to lower housing costs, support small businesses, and protects the access to health care, including Americans with pre-existing conditions. And Vice President Harris and Governor Walz trust women and believe that extremists like Donald Trump should never come between you and your doctor. Meanwhile, Trump is focused on his enemies list and getting power for himself and his extreme Project 2025 agenda, which would raise taxes nearly $4,000 a year for the average North Carolina family. Donald Trump threatens our democracy. He brags about overturning Roe v. Wade, which only put women in danger and drove health care providers out of our state. North Carolina families cannot afford another Trump presidency. We are not going back. So to energize us in these final few hours, we are thrilled to welcome a very special guest. She's a fellow educator, as am I. A relentless advocate and leader who exemplifies dedication, resilience, and a deep commitment to service. As a teacher, she knows the power of showing up and doing the work every day for a purpose larger than herself. So, her work reminds me of the impact that we can make when we stand together with purpose and passion. Please join me in welcoming our First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love him too. But I will tell him you said that. So, oh, thank you. So I wonder if we can just move up the barriers just a little bit. I'm a teacher. I want you to bring you close, right? I don't want you far away. So we'll just bring him up a little bit. I think Secret Service will be okay with that. Yeah. Come on, girls. There. Doesn't that feel so much better? Yes. Now I feel truly connected to you. So, Jenny, I can tell that you've spent time in the classroom because you've perfected your teacher voice to get us energized today. So thank you for all that you're doing for this campaign. And it's so great to be with all of you. So this is it. Just one more day until we elect a new generation of leaders. Yeah, thank God. A new generation of leadership in Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. In the words of John, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Amen. Amen. So I know how you feel. I see your excitement, and that's why you're here today. Today, when you're out there, let's remind people that character and temperament matter. Yes. Over the last few years, as I've gotten to know Kamala, you know, this is clear, that she is her mother's daughter. And apparently, Kamala's mom was kind of tough, right? She had high expectations. But if any of you are teachers, you know it's good to have high expectations because people reach them, right? So growing up, when Kamala was upset about something, her mother would turn it back on Kamala and say, well, what did you do? And that was the biggest lesson that Kamala's mother taught her. Within Kamala was the power to create change. It started with her. And it's why Kamala Harris is the calm, decisive, strong leader she is today. The president we all deserve. So let's remind people that Kamala has spent her entire career fighting on the behalf of people. The other guy, well, he cares about himself. As president, Kamala is going to make life a little easier for all families across our country. And President Harris will lower costs on housing and groceries and prescription drugs. Build the economy build the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. So she will strengthen and protect Social Security and Medicare, which is important to a lot of us in this room, me included. And only President Harris will protect our freedoms like a woman's right to make her own health care decisions. Amen. But no one has to abandon their faith or their deeply held beliefs to agree that the government should not be telling women what to do. The stakes in this election are clear. Hope over hate. Freedom over fear. Unity over division. So are we better off than we were 4 years ago? Yes! Let's remember why we fired Donald Trump the first time. So 4 years ago, in Donald Trump's America, there was chaos and division. He shut down our economy. A pandemic was raging. We were stuck inside of our homes wearing masks. Remember that? Washing our groceries. Schools, we did. Schools were closed, and with every tweet was more chaos and instability. With 1 day left, 1 day, I know you're weary. I know you're tired. You can do it. That's right, because I need you to find the strength to keep on going. You're ready. So, because I want you to remember 2016, the morning after the election, when we woke up to find out that we had fallen short. Remember that feeling? So today, let that feeling sustain you, invigorate you, keep you going. Remember thinking, I remember this, if we had only knocked on more doors, if we had only made a few more calls. We can't let that happen again. We have to remind everyone to make a plan to vote tomorrow. Polls are open here from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. One more day. We have to work harder than we've ever worked before. We have to push further than we've pushed in the past. We have to meet this moment as if our democracy is on the line, because it is. As if our freedoms are at stake, because they are. With determination and persistence and urgency, we, all of us, we will elect a new generation of leaders. We will choose a new path forward. With all of my heart, thank you for all that you are doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your love and support. It's been really my life's honor to serve as your First Lady. But now, let's go get Kamala Harris and Tim Walz elected. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running